Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 1. You guys, we are back at it. That shit went by so fucking fast, but I swear, I got my mind ready for it this weekend. I even managed to get myself worked up a little bit about it. So yeah, I guess I'm about ready for the season to start. We'll see how I feel in about 5 more fucking episodes. Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, let's start off with my girl Kandi. You guys know that Kandi and Todd, well, they're pregnant now. They were trying to get pregnant all last season, and it never looked like it was working for them, so they decided to go on and get in vitro fertilization, and it has worked. So Kandi is with child, so congratulations to them. Even though they haven't announced it on the show yet, they're having a little boy, so I guess we can't look forward to a little Candisha or Toddetta. So now, they start up the whole thing with them talking about Apollo. Apollo's got some of his motorcycles, ATVs in their garage because I guess Phaedra ain't want to be bothered with it. And we talking about Phaedra and Apollo. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out why Todd and Kandi is this concerned. I mean, I guess because his shit is at their house, but you know, Todd is just like, Phaedra's not answering his calls. They only talk once a month. I mean, listen, friendship relationships and husband-wife relationships are totally different. The dynamics are not the same. So for Todd to not understand why Phaedra is treating Apollo any old kind of way, if she is doing that, it's still like, why the fuck you so worried about it? She was married to him. That's why she's still pissed off. She has a right to be mad. So just get out of it. Nigga, keep the shit at the house and be the friend if that's what you're gonna be. But we find out there's a little bit more dissension there. More so about the fact that I guess Phaedra was going to do another workout video. Todd was on as a producer, I believe, or whatever capacity he was supposed to be working in. He didn't never get paid because I guess Phaedra put the project on hold when she was going through all of this shit with Apollo. Okay, so Todd is trying to figure out where his money at. I said, now why we ain't heard this shit from? Like, what? Did they make this shit up? Did they sit down in the room with Andy and Bravo? Am I gonna have to start treating Andy like Mona, y'all? I don't want to do it, but I will. Now he's mad that he didn't get his money. And of course, you know, Todd the whiner. I like Todd, I do, you guys, but it's always, you know, it's not about the money. It's just the point. Okay, nigga, just say it's about the fucking money. You want your money. But we ain't gonna be sitting around listening to this fucking whining about you not getting paid. Okay, we heard the same shit when he was talking about the prenup with Kandi. Like, he had a problem. It's not the money. It's just the point. You can say it's the money if it's the money. Hell, I want to get paid just like anybody else. And they also talk about how they just can't get over the fact that Phaedra is acting like, you know, there ain't no problems with Kandi and Phaedra. When they was at the reunion, you know, she was about it. She was mad at Kandi. She let it be known that she felt like Kandi wasn't there for her. But now when Kandi gets around Phaedra, Phaedra just acts like everything is okay. I mean, that's classic Phaedra behavior. Phaedra has always been that way. She's not a confrontational person, so she just sort of just likes to take the approach of, well, you know, and then go tell everybody else how mad she is with Kandi. So that's pretty much it with Kandi. Kandi looks really good pregnant. As a matter of fact, I think Kandi looks better pregnant than she does on a regular everyday. She was talking about how she's real self-conscious about, you know, her being bigger. But the funny thing to me, at least, is that she looks smaller now that she's pregnant than she has when she wasn't pregnant. And that was because Kandi has a tendency to squeeze her big juicy ass in some shit that don't never fucking fit right. And I understand, I get it. A lot of times I am also accused of wearing stuff that might be a little too close to the body. And nigga, you don't realize it till you get home from work and you get out of them tight ass clothes and you just be scratching for like 5 minutes. Then you realize your damn body been real tense all day just trying to stay shoved up in that shit, you know. So yeah, I got it. I understand how it works, but I think Kandi looks great pregnant. Maybe it's because now she's more conscious that she needs to wear things that fit a little bit looser and not as constricting. Whatever it is, she looks great. Makeup always nice. Hair always nice. She has the pregnancy glow for sure. Phaedra got the boys. Okay, she got her mama there. Pastor Regina Bell. She's helping Phaedra out as Apollo is doing his 8-year bid in the jail in Kentucky. And life has gone on as it should. Phaedra, her story is a little different than Todd and Kandi's. She says that she talks to Apollo quite often, that they are co-parenting as well as can it be expected for a motherfucker that is in jail. And she says that there are good days and bad days. I would imagine so. I mean, you got somebody in jail. They have a lot of time to just kind of sit and think and ponder shit. Okay, I get a little free time at work and honey, this brain be all over somewhere else. So I can imagine 8 years of thinking be done drove your fucking self crazy. Phaedra says she's going to get a divorce because that's what Apollo wants. You guys, Phaedra wants a divorce too. She gonna keep on saying that's what he wants, put it off on him so she don't have to look like the bad guy. And I'm not saying that she doesn't love her husband, but you know, it's just like, what is we gonna do here? You gonna wait around for Phaedra? Don't strike me as the type to wait around 8 years. Maybe before she got on the show, but so many opportunities are going to present themselves to her. She ain't gonna be waiting around for this nigga for no 8 years. I mean, if she does, then you know what? I guess we will see. But yeah, if I was gonna go by what I think right now, yeah, I think it's a wrap on that one. Phaedra does tell us that Porsha has been her rock now that Nene ain't there to be the rock. Now Porsha is the rock, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of fucking rock is Porsha, but I guess. Porsha comes out to her house and they chopping it up. Phaedra telling her about, you know, what's going on with Apollo. Porsha got a little bit of gossip on what's going on with Cynthia and Peter. We will talk about that in a minute. And she also tells us about this man that she's seeing. Young lad by the name of Duke Williams, you guys. And Duke Williams, I think she said, is a 24-year-old footballer, plays for the Buffalo Bills. And we see Porsha and her new man at the damn hotel, okay? She gonna treat this motherfucker like a booty call, okay? Because that's what the hell it is. Ain't nobody believing this fucking relationship. Maybe they gonna have a good little time fucking around, you know, her being an older woman, him being a younger man. But I was just like, girl, you ain't fixing to convince us that you messing with this boy. But I guess Andy and Bravo done sat her ass down. I was like, look, we gonna give you your peach back, but you gonna have to fall in the line with this now. We ain't gonna have this mystery man this year. You gonna tell us about him. And honey, Porsha tells us all about him, don't she?
I got a new man and he plays for the Buffalo Bills and he come visit me at the hotel on the weekends. I like being a sugar mama. I know I'm a few years older than him, but I like him. I love my dookie. I buy him all kind of stuff. I be giving him things and it look real good on his body. He totally different from Cordell. I'm living in my truth now, y'all. I love my dookie.
Y'all, what the fuck wrong with Duke Williams, okay? He just looked like he ain't quite all the way there. I was looking at him and I said, now, she want to tell us that he all into her and all of that, and you know, he just so interested in her. I said, this nigga can't even keep up with the goddamn story that he's supposed to be. You know, he looked like he got a whole bunch of people just standing around the room with cue cards trying to keep the nigga on track. Like, no, nigga, you feed her the damn strawberries. He couldn't figure that shit out, okay? She buy him a little outfit. He gonna, you know, act like he going to the back. She said,
no, you gotta put that on in front of me.
He was just like, oh. I bet you the people was just like, Lord, we got to fool with this fool all this time. Dookie is just there for some damn airtime, y'all. But whatever. If he say he gonna work with Porsha, Porsha got him tied in with her, and she got her man, then bitch, we gonna roll with that. But yeah, we ain't buying this relationship with old Dookie. Now, Kenya, you guys, she is a confirmed Georgia peach. I guess she decided that she is going to make Atlanta her home now that she's definitely solidified on the show. She's been on it a few years. I'm assuming they got a contract for her to be there. So yeah, she's here. She went and picked up her girl Cynthia, and she's going to take her by the new home, okay, in Buckhead. For those of you guys don't know, Buckhead is a really expensive part of Atlanta. Nice homes, expensive land. You can get a house just as nice anywhere else in the suburbs. However, you know, Buckhead is ideal because it's smack dab in the middle of Atlanta and close to everything. Okay, so she's bought this foreclosed home in Buckhead and she is going to fix it up. Okay, like I said, she got Cynthia. She's right, evidently down the street from Sheree Whitfield, Chateau Sheree. She takes Cynthia by the house so she can see it. And the house is actually very nice. It's a beautiful home. It's huge. I don't know why Sheree would ever need that much room, especially with growing kids that's about to go away to school. If they not ready to go by now, At least that older one should have been gone now. And I don't know about the other one, but you know, Sheree had this dream, whatever. We'll talk about Chateau Sheree in a little bit. But let's talk about Kenya's home. You guys, look, I don't see it for fixer-uppers. I never have had the vision for it. When Kenya pulled into her driveway and went down into that ground, like I said, girl. We from LA. We don't know shit about flooding and all of that. Okay, but now that I'm in Atlanta, there's no way that I would purchase a house that's down like that. Okay, because it rains like hell here in Atlanta. I can just imagine the water problem that will be going down into that house. Not only that, but you have to worry about all them fucking trees. I was just like, what the hell is around her? It's a million trees. You guys, trees fall over a lot out here because it's so much rain. You know, I mean, is the motherfucker gonna fall on the house? I was just like, oh, who the hell made her buy that place? But you know, she kept on saying it's a foreclosed. She got a great deal on it and she is going to fix it up. Like I said, I don't see it for fixer-uppers. I've never been that way. I can remember when my husband and I was buying a house in LA and we was going around looking at all these places that needed a whole bunch of work. Okay, trying to stay in our little budget area. And I was just like, I'm not doing this. My husband wanted to buy fixer-uppers and he kept on saying, we can knock this wall out and we can do this. And I was just sitting there looking at him like, first of all, don't nobody know how to do any of that, okay? He comes from a family of contractors and things, so we know people that can do that. But the second thing is, where is the money gonna come from? Fuck, we putting all our money into trying to buy this house. Just buy furniture and shit for it. Now you talking about fixing up shit? No, we ain't doing that. Not only that, but you know, y'all ladies, we gonna keep it real. Our men do be having a severe case of the was gones. And what's the was gones? The was gones is when they say, oh yeah, I was gonna do it. You be done waited fucking 2 years for the nigga to put up some damn shower curtains. I was like, no, brother. We ain't doing no damn fixer-uppers. We had so many arguments about it. But I just didn't see. I like to look at the long run. Okay, and I be trying to, because I'm a Capricorn, y'all, I be planning out. I be seeing all kind of everything that could go right, everything that could go wrong. It could have gone a different way, but I wasn't willing to take that chance. So my husband, he was just pissed at me all the fucking time. It was a very stressful time. However, we found a house that was ready to move in. Didn't need paint. It was beautiful hardwood floors. I love my house in LA. You guys, I miss it so much. Even when we moved here, our house that we're in now, it was framed, but you know, the walls and shit was up. So you know, they were just saying, this is the bedroom, this is that. Okay, well, when ain't nothing up and it's just framed, shit look real big. Once they got the damn plaster and the sheetrock up, we was looking at that place and I was just like, this place is not as big as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, because I just don't have that. I can't see it. Now, our house is really too small for us now. I mean, we got 4 grown ass size niggas in the house. Joe and Jada are not 3 and 5 no more. But it don't make sense to even move out the house now. Money right, and we could probably move, but it don't make sense because now they about to go away to college. So that's why I'm just trying to tell y'all that, see, I be wanting to plan shit out. My husband be having a whole nother ideas. I love my house. Once the kids are gone, then it'll be a perfect size for just me and my husband. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't be having time to be figuring out what all this fixing up and shit is gonna be. Nigga, give me the fucking house what it's gonna be. So Kenya has a lot ahead of her. I'm sure she has the money to do it, but damn, all of that just because you want to be in Buckhead. By the time she got to clear out all them trees, you guys, that driveway, she got to back up out of that driveway. Really? She's gonna have to dig trees out, dig away for people to be able to turn around and get out. And like I said, she probably has the money, but damn, it just seems like, I mean, unless she got that house for very, very cheap, she got a lot of work ahead of her. I want to go by and see what it looks like now, but yeah, I was just like, girl. And then the place it doesn't look like an Atlanta home. As a matter of fact, it probably does have more of a West Coast look to it, kind of an Art Deco feel when you just look at the flatness of it and the boxiness of square. That's not how houses look out here. So maybe that's why she was attracted to it. But I was just like, girl, No. But we'll see as the season goes along, you know, how her home is coming along. Now, Cynthia, we immediately jump into this storyline of Peter is cheating. She says that Peter is always in Charlotte. On a good week, she might see him 3-4 days out of the week, but because they have Sports One up there, you know, he has to tend to his job up there. Now, I don't know what didn't happen to Bar One, okay? That place was a whole bunch of fun. They were supposed to be opening another one out here, and then they never did. I don't know if he got sidetracked. I had heard little whisperings about there was some issue with the new location, but nothing that I really can say confirmed why they haven't opened up their new place. So I don't know what's going on there. But Peter done got himself in a little bit of trouble up there in Charlotte. I done already been over this with you guys. I honestly don't think that it was that big of a deal. I know that I am in the minority. At best, it was inappropriate. I can even say it was inconsiderate, because when I look at the video, take it from a flirter. There was no body language that these two had anything sexual going on. It just looked like to me that they were talking very closely. The music was loud. Even when his hand came down, the camera moved away. We can kind of imagine what happened, but the girl was backing away. I just didn't see it. Now, is it a problem that he did that knowing that he's on a hit television show and there's already people that want to say that he's cheating and all that? This is where the problem comes in, and this is why Cynthia is pissed. Cynthia doesn't think that her husband is cheating. Cynthia is mad because he has put her in the position to have to defend herself in front of all these women who want to say that he's cheating. She has to defend herself because what did she say? She sit down with him. Okay, he don't even really know why she got an attitude. She tells him about the video. She was like, not only is it crazy looking, but it's embarrassing. That's what the bigger problem is, because you motherfuckers out there won't let the bitch live, and everybody is all over about everything. You guys, we've seen Cynthia crumble under pressure before. That's why she's not friends with Nene anymore. So now she has to assert herself and let him know that it's not okay. You don't have to worry about it. She even said it's not about you. It's about the fact that everybody is going to be talking about me. You've given these women a reason to talk about me. If it was about him, then she would think that he was cheating. You guys, why y'all can't get this together? We know how social media works. Social media is the biggest enemy to a relationship. It will fuck up your marriage. So you guys, when I say you guys, it's all of the ones that was like, I will never let my man do this, that, and the other. Y'all all been all over her, so now she has to really, really act. Even if she didn't feel that way, like she is super duper pissed at Peter. And I think she is mad at Peter, but I think she's more so mad at the fact that he's put her in this position. So Cynthia, she's all like, you don't get to be upset. You don't get to be flippant. Sit down. You're going to talk to me about this, that was all for y'all. I saw through all of that. But anyway, so Cynthia, she is bothered by this. We get her sister in town, good old Mallory. And y'all know Mallory does not like Peter. So I don't know if this is the perfect person for you to talk to when you're having marital problems. But it's her sister. I don't have sisters, so I guess that this is what sisters do. They still rely on each other, even when it's going to be some shit that you don't necessarily need or want to hear. So Cynthia's telling her like she doesn't feel like Peter is cheating. She asked Mallory, do you think that he's cheating? Mallory says yes. And Mallory's just like, he just need to bring his ass home. He's always gone, and all this is going on up there. If he was here, he wouldn't have time to be fucking around. I want to tell everybody out there, you can always make time to cheat. Okay, you can be the busiest motherfucker around and you still got time to cheat. So I wish women would get that shit straight. You can do it if you really want to. So then Mallory asks her, do you love him still? And Cynthia says, yes, of course I still love him. And she's like, are you still in love with him? And she says, yes, I'm still in love with Peter. And she said, even with his clothes off? And I was just like, okay, now wait a minute now. Who the fuck asks these kind of questions unless you've already talked about it before? I was just like, that Mallory knows she a shady ass, messy ass bitch to bring this shit up. Because when she said it to Cynthia, Cynthia was just like, well, no. And I was like, oh, Cynthia, I know it's a TV show, but you've been on here 7 seasons. You have got to know that you can't do this kind of shit. Why would you admit that? Look, you've been married for all these years. It is times when you love them to death and you don't. It's ups and it's downs. But there's certain things that you just can't let the general population know. And one of them is sexual problems. Okay, now you deal with the old man fucking body in the house when the nigga got his clothes off in the bathroom and you just laying on the bed looking at him like... But you don't tell everybody. It's just not a good idea, because even though she might not be attracted to Peter, Peter is a good looking man, and it is plenty of women out there who would like to have him. They have now put the target on Peter. Well, honey, she don't want to fuck him. I bet you I'll fuck him good. Okay, that's what the other lady's saying, not me. So I was just like, oh, big mistake. Something tells me that that is going to bite her in the ass. And I mean, we're going to hear about that at the reunion for sure. Peter knows how to hold a grudge, you guys. He still ain't got over the damn marital license hiding thing that the mama and the sister did. So yeah, I was just like, oh, bad mistake. Bad mistake. But whatever. Let me get to this fabulous, classy Eyeglass premiere party that she has. So you guys know that Cynthia has a sunglass company with some pretty nice sunglasses that I've seen just pictures of and Instagram stuff, but nothing in person. But anyway, she's got this Eyeglass thing. Good for her. She is going to have this classy, fabulous party, like I said. And, you know, because she's so used to being in the Hamptons and New York and LA, you know, she has to bring the class to the parties out here in ATL, okay? Show these country motherfuckers how to do it. I'm just kidding, my ATL folks, y'all. I love it here. It is country, though. The gang's all there. Okay, we've got Kandi. We've got Phaedra. Okay, Phaedra's greets Kandi like ain't nothing wrong. Kandi can't figure out why she doing her like this, but whatever. Okay, we got Porsha there. Y'all, we even got Marlo. I was just like, oh, here go my Marlo. Okay, that bitch looked good. Okay, that deep-ass man voice. I was like, oh, it's going to be good times with Marlo. They're all standing around talking. Marlo is supposedly friends with Kenya, and you guys know her and Kenya became friends when they had to team up against Nene. And the good thing about Marlo and Kenya being together is they're both shady and messy, and they know how to get under people's skin, and they can laugh about it. Okay, so they're like a perfect little match. Now, where do we see the proof that they're a perfect match? When Peter gets there, I was like, oh, this is a bad combo, because you guys know how Peter is. Peter stays constantly in his feelings. Peter doesn't know how to just walk off from any type of confrontation, and because of the shit that's going on with him and Cynthia right now, Peter got a good sized chip on his shoulder that you can fucking see from a mile away. I mean, he always got it there anyway, but now that all this other shit is going on, yes, you can see that Peter is bothered. He walks in, and his stupid self gonna walk up to Kenya and kind of bring it on himself. Okay, say, oh, I just left my girl, you know, from the video, I just left my girl messing around with her, whatever he said. And I was just like, why would you do that? So you was asking for it and then couldn't take it when they did it. Okay, so Kenya was just like, oh, if you bring your ass home, stop being up there with that bitch and come concentrate on your own wife, then you wouldn't have these problems. Okay, so she's going on and on, telling him like, you know, that's the behavior of a guilty person. I said, no, this is the behavior of a defensive person. This is the behavior of somebody who was trying to get at them before they got at him and the shit backfired. Because after he went back and forth with Kenya and decided he was going to leave him alone, okay, after they had then read him down, he gave them just the right amount of ammunition to take the fucking bat and run till that to the pack of wolves that is Phaedra, Kandi, Porsha, and Mallory. And honey, if Mallory ain't took that fucking bat and ran it all the way in, okay, and that bitch got to running off at the mouth and telling them how she was talking to Cynthia, and Cynthia says she not attracted to Peter no more, especially when the nigga is naked, he got his old saggy man body just there. And I was just like, oh my God, Mallory. Now, I know they probably discussed all, you know, Cynthia was just like, do what you have to do. Okay, this is the story arc of Peter and Cynthia. But I was just like, girl, you was giving them too much information today. Even Kenya was like, you don't need to tell this group of girls all the business like this. But honey, Mallory don't care, because honey, Mallory is just like, bitch, we got to make this wet. Nigga, we gonna say whatever the fuck we gotta say, okay? So, yeah, she tells them that, honey. Porsha and Kandi is just like, ooh, Lord, this child is telling it all. Then we get the grand entrance of Cynthia. And, honey, I'm just gonna say right now, that Cynthia, that bitch did that. She looked great. She is a great representation for women over 40. Hair looked beautiful. Body looks good. Okay, she was cute in her little cover up with her bathing suit. When she threw that shit over her shoulder, I said, oh, bitch, you ain't gonna do it like that. I couldn't tell if Peter was mad at her or if he was proud of the fact that she was able to, you know, do all of that. Y'all let me know what you think on that. But she came on down them stairs. I said, bitch, yes, bitch, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so she was feeling feeling it. She was loving up the attention. You know, she went and talked to the girls. Okay, and this is when the bullshit started. The biggest entrance of the night was when Sheree got there. Okay, and she sees Marlo first. I was just like, oh, so these two are friends now. I mean, I guess it's been some years. They probably done made up off camera. Sheree tells us that she's real excited to see the rest of the girls. She goes into the little party. Marlo brings her up, and you know, Sheree looked good. She was a little too bronzed for me, ladies. I'm gonna let all my older ladies know. I learned this on Goss Makeup YouTube channel a long time ago. When you have wrinkles, and we all do as we get older, glittery and shimmery and, you know, sparkly makeup does not always do well because the makeup settles in your wrinkles and those shimmers act as little mirrors. So what they do is they reflect off of each other and they make your wrinkles look bigger or more profound. So that's why I rarely wear shimmery makeup, because it actually makes you look older when you probably wouldn't look that older if you just did your makeup a little differently. So shit gotta be perfect when you wear bronzer and shimmer and all that older ladies bitches. Nigga, I just gave you a damn makeup lesson real fast. Yeah, and still, you know, Sheree still looks good. I mean, we get older, you know, we just look more seasoned. Body looks great, had on a nice outfit. So, you know, it was like, okay, it looked like Sheree was going to just come on in and blend in with no problem. But y'all know Kenya wasn't going to let that bitch live like that, right? So Kenya starts up like, oh, girl, we met a long time ago. Girl, guess what? I live like 500 feet away from your house. Sheree was like, oh, really? Okay. And she said, yeah, the neighbors, they've been complaining about your shit. Okay. And I was like, here we go. And Sheree was just like, well, I don't understand why they would be complaining to you, or what does that have to do with anything? Kenya was just like, well, you know, they just trying to figure out when your shit gonna be done. Sheree was just like, well, they obviously don't know that it takes time to build a house. I said, all right, Sheree, bitch, I'm gonna try to be on your side, but 4 years, it don't take that long. Although, hats off to Sheree that she ain't lost that place yet. They say that she got tax liens or whatever, but she still has the location, from what I understand, for her to just be able to pay for the land. I was just like, well, I mean, she doing something right. Okay, so I guess that's a good, you know, hooray for Sheree. But that's the only one the bitch gonna get today. So then Sheree goes, oh, so you bought the house in the ditch. Okay, is there like mildew, mold in there? Marlo, be nice. It's just like, Marlo, whenever somebody say be nice, they just trying to flame the flames, fan the flames, and get my words together. And then Kenya looked at her like, oh, bitch, we gonna take it here? I said, look, okay, it was a cute enough comeback for Sheree, but I need Sheree to realize that, you know, even though she's good with the shade, she gonna have to step that shit up, okay? Because these bitches has upgraded the shade, and they can throw that shit better than any umbrella or palm tree, okay? So you gonna have to get it together, Sheree. I'm gonna give you a pass because you back on the show and you rusty, but you can't stay rusty this long. Child, that Kenya called the place Chateau Charade that the damn IRS gonna move in because they got so many damn tax liens. She called it the fucking house that never was. Sheree says, well, I upgraded all of the property in that neighborhood, including your damn house in the ditch. And honey, Kenya said, bitch, well, you know what? I'm gonna be in my ditch in 3 months, and nigga, you gonna be still sleeping in the tent because your bitch ass still can't move in yet. I was just like, uh-oh. And then that's when all the girls was just like, okay. You know, Kenya was just like, what? I'm just saying, you know, she was laughing and all. That Sheree was pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna need Sheree. I know, like I said, you rusty, you ain't been on here, but you gonna have to get it. Look, I know you got a whole bunch of stans, Sheree, that are watching this channel. You stans, get with your girl. Tell her to get that shit together. Okay? She can't be going out like this for the rest of the season. Alright, you guys, so let me get off of here. I done been on here talking long enough. This video 30 minutes, I'm sure. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox, the channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.